Okay, so we're starting the recording, and we're in a real estate office in North York, Trade One Realty. And thank you for having me here, Fred. And we're in the boardroom and conducting another major seminar, how to work exclusive real estate information that can make you a lot of money. You know, people say, how does this compare with MLS? Well, MLS is like a car. But in addition to cars, you can also have a truck. It's not competition. It's different. It's just different. It's extra. It's another tool. If you have a fork to eat food, you can also have a spoon. They're compatible. They help you both eat. And so this is a service, an information listing service, which is new to a lot of people and to brokers. The commercial brokers, it's a different story. They've been dealing in exclusive information for years. But there's a lot of residential people that are now learning how to work information. And what I'm getting at is that I'll start by asking everyone a question first. How many listings do you have on the Toronto Real Estate Board today? Did I start the recording? Yes, I did. Thank you. How many listings? Does anybody have more than 5? 4? 3? 2? We got some with 2? 1? So you can see that in a sense, and you can agree or disagree, if you don't have any listings in this business, you're basically out of business. Do you agree or disagree? You're all trying to get listings so that you can be in business. Okay? What if I could show you today within the next 120 minutes, and we're starting at basically at 11:30. I don't know how we're going to go to 1:30, but it takes 120 minutes to get through this. But it's money-making stuff. It's a culmination of being on the internet for over 20 years, and I confined it or compressed it all down into this one session to share all the money-making ideas in this one session. And I'm going to give you other things you can study after today to learn more about how to make money using information services, the internet, and real estate concepts that make you money as well. With an information service, every one of you can have a minimum of 15 opportunities to make money on the internet, including financing people. There's a way to have information on the internet. When the beauty of the MLS is when you take a listing, a signed listing, you can take that listing and hand it into the real estate board through your office, and the MLS puts it on the internet for you, where there's 3.7 billion people accessing it. That's why you can get a bunch of showings right away. It's really, really good. But if you don't have any listings working for you, you're trying to get listings. But what if I could show you how to put real estate opportunities, in a lot of cases not listed, and I'm going to show you how to do it in compliance with RICO. Wouldn't that be something? Where you can put an opportunity on the internet every bit as powerful to draw a lead as putting a listing on the internet. And I'm telling you now, it's a lot easier to do this. Eventually, you're going to be putting them on MLS, because really the MLS is the backbone of our industry. It's number one. It's the best in the world. If you can get a signed listing and put it on there, gives you maximum exposure. No question about it. But there's a lot of situations in real estate where people don't want to put it on MLS, or they don't want to give you a signed listing. I'm going to ask a question of everyone in this room. Has anyone ever said to you that I'd like to sell my property, but I don't want to give you a listing at this time, but I will pay you a commission if you bring me a buyer? How many people in this room? Basically almost everyone. Now, one person didn't put up your hand. That never happened with you, or did it? Are you new in the real estate?
Yes.
Okay. Are you under 5 years?
Yes.
Under 3? Under 1?
Yeah.
Okay. The other people, let me just put up your hand. Are you in the business more than 1 year? These other people? More than 2? Like more than 1 year? Okay, more than 3? Okay, so you've already got experience and you've had that happen, because when you start talking to people, you're trying to get a listing and you're asking for listings, And that's what's going to happen. People are going to say, well, I want to try to sell it myself privately, whether it's on Kijiji or however they're going to try. And they want to try it themselves sometimes privately. And you're going to get that as soon as you start asking people. And these other people have already been doing that. So we're going to show you a way that you can network those private opportunities of the FSBOs. We call them FSBOs, for sale by owner, that you can network that kind of information, but you should not do it until you finish this seminar today. Otherwise, you can get in problems, and we want to keep you out of problems. At the beginning of the session today, I started timing everyone to go to the app, and the people at home that are going to be seeing this, and the people that are going to be seeing this recording at a later time, you'll see the app that you can put on your phone, and you can also see the shortcut. Now, there's a difference between an app and a shortcut, and I think it's important for everyone to learn the difference. Here is the reason why. How many people in this room have a website? How many people do not have a website? Okay. A website, of course, as we all know, is one of the most powerful tools of the internet. Because if you can have a lovely website, and if people can see a listing there, they can give you a call, you hop in the car, you go show it, and you make $15,000. That's what a website could do for you. I often say that marketing is a lot like fishing. If you don't put your line in the water, you have no chance to put food on the table. Marketing is like that. You've got to be doing some kind of marketing, and these websites are part of the marketing that you can be doing on the internet to trigger leads. And we're going to cover that you can have not only all brokers have MLS listings on their website, the ability that you can send your customer to your website and they can search the Trev MLS, but not all brokers have exclusive listings that you can have. And I'm going to be demonstrating that shortly. But before we started the session today, we had a little fun and games here, and I gave everyone sort of a job to do, a challenge to do, put it that way, and that was to install the ICIWorld app on their phones, and then to go to the Greater Toronto area and to give me the number of listings that were in North York. And the one that sort of won it was Homara? Yeah. Homara. And she was actually the winner, where Sabrina handed out a winner at the awards banquet that was conducted last week by yourself there, Fred. Yeah. And that's wonderful, the way you're rewarding people and getting, it's one thing to do business, but it's another thing to get a little pat on the back, and it's kind of nice and sort of recognition from the peers. And I think that's wonderful. And all major offices are doing it. All major offices do it. So, you're doing that very nicely. So Amara was good. She managed to go to the internet and do this all on her phone. Now, we're going to do it together because we got different numbers from some people, and we want to find out why those numbers were a little bit different. Now, I'm going to try to see if I can pull up. There's the phone. That's actually, okay, so that's great. I'm going to go to the attendee list here, and I'm going to try, by the way, we do have someone coming online. Reza Udin, do you know Reza? Reza, I'm going to try self-muted and muted by organize. I'm going to unmute you, Reza. 1 second. Let me see, unmute you. I've unmuted you, Reza. If you want, you can unmute yourself and you can say hello to everyone in your office, or you can stay muted. I'll leave it up to you. But I've given you the choice now to say hello if you want to unmute yourself. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and switch the computer over to my mobile phone. This is heavy duty technology that I'm doing, ladies. I have 2 instructors from our office, Doris Perino, and I have Sabrina DeMarco. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to click on share your screen. I'm going to start now. And so everyone at home should see my screen. And I'm doing this, and you're going to see this in the recording. So all the people that I'm recording right now can actually see this on my phone. And I'm going to go to the app. You'll see the app is at the very top. Directly under it, in a different color, blue, is the shortcut. And I'm going to explain why that's important for you to know. I'm going to click on the app, And let me start as if I was at the beginning. And you notice at the bottom, there's 4 choices on the screen. Commercial, business opportunities, residential, FSBOs, and the word more. And before I forget, I'm going to click on the word more. In fact, can you all do this with me now? Open up the app and click on the word more, everyone. If everyone can get to the word more on their computers. And yourself too. Oh, you've got it already. Now, the third button down, what does it say? Log in. Everyone click on that. And what does the very first link say?
Make an appointment.
Make an appointment. Please click on that. And then click on 60. And then go down the page and you're going to see the days of the week.
Excuse me, one moment, please. John, you have Wi-Fi here?
Yes, we do.
And when you see the days of the week, I'm going to continue on. But
Okay, what is that?
okay.
60 minutes one?
Yeah.
60 minutes, yes.
Okay.
And then go down and you'll see the days of the week.
That's next week.
Okay, next week or the week after, you can make an appointment at any time. How we help all members is one-on-one by appointment. In other words, we don't want to have, say, 300 or 400 brokers calling the office at one time, or we would have to have 4 people in the office answering the phone, $160,000 a year just to answer phones. And who's going to pay for that? It would be you if you were members. This way, you simply make an appointment. You don't call us. I'm like a doctor of the internet. I go in the office. We start at 6 a.m. in the morning, believe it or not. I do 3 appointments in the morning before I leave the home. And I'm in my own home business office helping people one-on-one. And then during the day, it's like a doctor's office or a dentist's office, every hour on the hour, and I go by the clock on the computer. You sit in front of your computer at home and you log in. You go to webinar workshops. In fact, I'll do that later because we're right on the phone right now. But there's a spot at ICIWorld.com. You click on webinar workshops and our 2 computers are connected and we help you get started. We show you how to search. We show you how to post your haves and wants, how to post your listings. And then we send you the links to put on your website to all the listings that you can add to your website that can make you money. So those are the things that we help you one-on-one and we answer all your questions. We used to do it in a group setting, Fred, but it didn't work. The reason? We go too slow for some people and we're going too fast for other people. This way we found that going one-on-one, believe it or not, you will only need ever 1 session probably. If you need more, you got it. No problem. But 1 session, you're going to know how to add your listings and how to search. And that's the essence of our service, really, is the adding and searching of listings. So you click on Monday and then you click on a time and you'll notice that you can click on confirm and then you can add the name and your phone numbers. And 10 minutes before your time, yes?
Sorry, Gary, since we're all on this page right now, why doesn't everybody just book an appointment right now with the schedule that's convenient to them? Like
Okay.
actually book an appointment.
You can actually book an appointment right now if you wish to, whether you can ask for a demonstration for later, or if you're joined today, theoretically, that can be your first orientation session. You could do both. So you can get a little personal one-on-one training for that. So that's how the assistance is going to start. One-on-one training to make sure that you know how to do these things that I'm showing you. Now, I'm going to go back and we're going to open up the app again. And this time we are going to do a search and I'm going to click on commercial. And then we are going to choose North York and we do it by choosing Canada. And then you choose the second category, Ontario. And then the third category, Greater Toronto. And then you'll see all the cities there and you can choose North York. And then you can search the database and the winning number would be 156. So for some reason, although you had your result first Am I right? You only had 16 when really it's 156.
Yeah, but you said just like North York. You
North
know,
York is
same
16.
Ontario.
No.
North York is 156.
We're talking commercial, maybe you did residential.
No, we did commercial.
Well, then check your other settings.
Okay, I know the reason, because right at the top, if you choose the box that says North York, it's gonna give you 16. But if you like ignore that top one and then.
You're absolutely right.
The bottom one, then.
In other words, the way it's set up right now, you can search the subject line for North York. And actually, this is a good point. You'll notice that there is a business category that you can search any city. But there's also ability to search the subject line for any word, including a location or a keyword. And if you search the subject line for North York, you only get 16. So in a sense, you're both right. Actually, you are. You're both right. But it's good to know the difference. We probably will remove that. In the beginning, when we started this service, we only had that. But then we built these other things later, and this is years ago. Chances are we're going to remove that other choice for cities, Sabrina and Doris. We'll be removing that other one and only leave this one. And that way they'll get the major listings for all of North York, instead of just where they put North York in the subject line. But you'll still be able to search text and type in a city that might not be listed. So, if a small city is not listed, you'll still be able to do it. So actually, you are both right. 156, everyone's got either that or that or that. So very good. Everyone in the office got it onto their computers, got it onto their cell phones. 3-4 years ago, could you have done that this fast? No. You've all come a long way, everyone. Now, the next time I come in the office, everyone should be able to do that within 5 seconds. You all agree? Okay. And so what I'm going to do at this time, if it's okay with you, can everyone hold up their phones to me? I'd like to take a picture of everyone in the office holding up their phones. Everyone, every single person. Face me in the office. Everyone's holding, and over this way a little bit, Fred. That's good. Okay, hang on. And over here, hold up your phone there too. Got it. Everybody's got it. 1, 2, 3. That shot may be blurry, it says. Right again. And it says that shot may be blurry, but I'm going to take it anyways. Okay, got it. So what I'm doing is when we do these sessions, you'll see that when I do all these offices, they're all got it on their phone. That means if you put something on ICIWorld, somebody else in the industry can spot it, pick up the phone, call you, and you go off and do a deal. It's simple. But to get to this level has taken many years. Does anybody know when MLS started?
Long time ago.
A long time ago is a good answer.
Yes, no one has answered.
You're absolutely right about that. You want to take a guess on the year?
Probably
1985.
I got 85. Anybody else?
32.
No, pardon me?
1932.
1932. 32 I got. What else?
78, 79.
78, 79.
MLS doesn't mean computer. MLS the system
Multiple
of listings.
listings.
Sorry.
Okay.
In our lifetime.
Would you believe?
Yeah,
Every brokerage.
I'm going to just do a
That's
little
what I don't know, and that's why I said
webcam
32,
business here
because
too.
there must
See if
have
I can
been
turn that on. I'll just put the webcam on so people at home can see that we're live in taking this. It actually started, believe it or not, in the late 1800s. Man,
I still was the closest.
you were the closest. That's right, you were. And how it started was a group of real estate people just like us in this room that said, you have a listing. If you let me bring my buyer to see your listing, I'll let you bring your buyer to see my listing. If you let me work with you on your listings, I'll let you work with me on my listings. That's how it got started. And ICIWorld is actually doing the same thing now with information. If you have some information, and we're going to explain later what information is. So that's the key part of today's session, is that. And we're leading up to that. Everything else here leads right up to that. part how to work information and what is information that can make you money. So it's very similar in that sense. In fact, we call ourselves a society of real estate brokers and salespeople. I asked our lawyer, can we call ourselves an association? And she says you could, but really it's closer to a society for whatever reason. So a society means we only allow licensed real estate brokers and salespeople to join this service. The public cannot join it. We've been offered scads of money to have the public join from time to time. They want to put their listings on directly. We do not allow them to join the service. We do something else actually special for them, because here, everyone in this room, we are all serving the public. We allow them to post information free into database number 2. Absolutely free. However, who are the only people that can access the contact information?
Agents.
Members.
Just the members. Got that? So in other words, if somebody from the public puts information into database number 2, our members can see it, they can call them, and they can go off and do a deal. We've had 7 plexes sold. We've had $25 million portfolio sold out of database number 2. Developers can put their properties for lease in there. People that have a want, they can put their wants in there. They can put their haves in there from the public. And then you as a realtor, if you have a property that satisfies the want of someone, you give them a call directly and you can actually go sell it yourself from database number 2. I'll be displaying that in a moment. All right, let's move on. The difference between an app and a shortcut. We were talking briefly about mobile websites. If somebody has, and I'm recommending that you try to get everyone that you know to get your mobile website onto the phone of every single customer, client, acquaintance, anybody you know. Wouldn't it be nice if everyone that you know had your personal website on their mobile phone? Would that be good? In other words, whenever they want to search real estate, bingo, they bring up your mobile website on their mobile phone. And if they want to see something, bingo, they give you a call. Isn't that nice? Mobile websites are as little as $16.50 a month. We supply them from ICIWorld. As a matter of fact, we have one of the busiest booths at Treb Realtor Quest. Every one of you should go to Treb Realtor Quest. Has there anyone here ever been to Treb Realtor Quest? Okay, we've got some in the room. We recommend you get your running shoes on, you have a good smoothie, really feel healthy for the day, get yourself energized because it's the busiest day you can have. It's busier than going to Costco on a busy day. Okay, and the reason is there's more products and more services in one day that you can see at Treb Realtor Quest than you can searching around all year long. And you bring a shopping bag and you get something from everything, and then you've got copies of everything at the show, and you can also take in the various there's different seminars that go on all day long. And the food is free for you because you are all Treb members. It's free for you to attend. Anyone that is not a realtor that is listening to this particular video at a later time, you have to be a realtor to attend Treb Realtor Quest. But whether you're in the United States or Canada, the Treb Realtor Quest is the largest trade show in the world, second only to maybe one in Germany and maybe the National Association of Realtors in the US that goes on for a week. It's the largest trade show in the world. Everyone should attend it every year because there's new products and services. And all those people that are got those products and services are there to save you time, save you money, and help you make money, help you network, and all kinds of services for all your prospects and clients. So it's good for your people. It's good to go there. That's a trade show for each and every one of you. We have one of the busiest booths there, and part of the reason why our booth is one of the busiest is because we make a statement that you could have a $30,000 website, and it's not as powerful as the websites we are supplying from ICIWorld for $16.50. And we're going to display the reason why they're so powerful here in a moment, so you can reserve your judgment on that. All right, let's move on. I'm going to remove the cam here. Let me see if I can shut the camera off, but I wanted to start that and so that you can see more of the screen without that camera showing. Here we go. So yes, there's 3.7 billion people on the internet. It's wonderful. A lot of people have tried to make the internet work and they did not, and they gave up. Today, I'm going to be talking about why some people make money on the internet and why they do not make money on the internet. And by knowing the reason why, that becomes a solution. It becomes an answer for you to make the internet work for you. We sort of learn on our mistakes. We don't learn on doing something right. If you do something right, you already know it. We really learn on our mistakes. And if there's been mistakes, believe it or not, ICIWorld has made a lot of mistakes. But we learned on it all. And we've got so much experience now helping brokers and salespeople that we can spot problems right away, almost within 2 to 3 minutes. And it works so good that we now have a special pledge for everyone. That if you go longer than 90 days without either doing a deal or triggering leads to do deals, you need to call us. And during the rest of the seminar, you're going to see the difference because I'm going to start pointing out these things. All right. These seminars, if we do not do a little commercial on our service, we do these seminars for real estate boards for $2,000. But in consideration of Fred and the office allowing us to do a little commercial on our services, this seminar is free. And I only take a few minutes to talk about what does it involve, our particular service. I like doing it in the beginning so that as we go through here, you can be evaluating it instead of wondering, how does this guy make his money at this particular show, seminar? And basically, it's $40 per month, $319 per year. However, when we do this particular seminar here, we have a special one-time. And can everyone hold up the application form? Can everyone pull out the application? And pass them down if you don't have it. The application form, it's on the desk there. There it should be there. It should be down there someplace. The application form?
This 319.
Yes.
Include the website or?
No, the websites, look on the application form, I'm going to show you. It says application. Here they are. It should look like this, people. Take one, Fred. I need another one.
Yeah.
I need another one, thank you. Can everyone make sure you have this in your hand? Okay. And on the application form, how much does it cost normally? Here down at the bottom left.
271.
No, normally it's $319. Do you see that? So it's $319 to join ICIWorld for 1 year, okay? Plus HST. And you'll see that down here on the application. But there's something called a special down here. And how much is the special?
$240.
$240 for 1 year, okay? And $240 for 1 year if you join at this particular seminar. And how you join is right there. That's the only way to join and get the special. Do you see that email or that website address? You need to write that down. It's called NREILS.com. In fact, you can write it down on this application form. NREILS.com, and you click on join from that particular site. That's how you're going to get the special. And if you do it from there, not only do you get 1 year, but you get an extra 6 months. It's 1 year and 6 months if you join from NREILS.com, which stands for National Real Estate Information Listing Service. And when you do, you will also get something special called a VIP corporate card. And you want to know something? I forget where I put it. A VIP corporate card. Where did I put them? Second. I'll find them in due course. They're around someplace. VIP corporate card. There. There's some here. You get what is called a VIP corporate card. This corporate card, you'll see up here, is this card. This is the beginning of 80 major world websites built to generate leads for everyone and the whole industry worldwide. Why so many websites? Well, we can target cities. We can target commercial. We can target residential. We can target countries. We can target cities. There's all kinds of search engine optimization that can go on if you specialize certain things for certain things. We might even have a hotel site for people selling hotels, VIP condos, upcoming condos, design, pre-construction. All kinds of things can end up having their own website someday. And we have in mind to develop all of these, but the search engine for all of them is ICIWorld. That's the database. When you put information in the system, your information actually appears on 18,000 places throughout the world instantly and automatically. It's incredible when you think about it. And Bill Gates, I'm going to show you a picture in a moment, between him and Warren Buffett, what they see happening, what he talked to him about, we're doing it right here. And I look forward to meeting Bill one of these days to tell him about how he has actually inspired this service. So this is a corporate card. Corporate card. There's over 250 vendors that will give you discounts. Did you get your corporate card?
I remember.
Pardon me?
I don't remember.
Okay, you're a member of ICIWorld.
Yeah.
There's your corporate card.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't think you ever got it. We will mail them to you. If you don't join today and you join later, we'll mail them to you. But if you join today, you get a corporate card. We had one member, he saved $220 on renting a car in San Francisco. He's a Canadian, rented a car, he saved $220. I had another broker. He saved $200 buying a Lenovo laptop computer. And then we have other people, they save $70 going to Canada's Wonderland. And there's other people, you can go to the aquarium, you can buy Raptors tickets, 10% off of Cineplex theater tickets. Go to certain, there's a Swiss Chalet up here on Dufferin Street. There's a discount with this card. So there's a lot of discounts with this card. And we just added it at Trev Realtor Quest, this past Trev Realtor Quest, and every member seems to really like it, that you can have these discounts because the membership for $240, you get a corporate card, you can save more than $240 just with the corporate card. And then you get all your advertising free. Sabrina has a question. Oh, yes. You can have your corporate card right now as well.
$5, sir.
Okay, and you won the seminar with in the
lucky draw.
in the awards section. Yeah, last week. So you've got your corporate card. So everyone else can actually get that. So that's kind of cool, getting that corporate card. We also have a referral program where if you happen to refer someone to join here, your renewal in a year and a half would be $319, but you get somebody to join and your renewal drops to $240. If you get more than one, we add 3 months onto your membership for each one. So theoretically, if you mentioned it to 4 other people, you get an extra year free as well. Okay, that's how that works. Now, on the screen, everyone at home and in the future can see how you can be networking worldwide. We are posting these website addresses on the front page of major trade magazines. Over 300,000 readership every single month. This stuff here is on the front page. What is the significance of that, putting this on the front page? If you have a residential listing, a commercial listing, and somebody goes to this website address and sees your listing, they give you a call, you hop in the car, you go show it and make $20,000 from all the stuff that we're doing to promote your listings this way. And so, yeah, it's very exciting in a sense when you think about it. Let's move on. The mobile websites, I'm going to cover it in a moment. I'm going to cover it right now. Let's do it right now. Everything I'm doing on this PowerPoint, do you have everyone has a copy of the PowerPoint? Okay, is in here that I'm doing today. However, every seminar that I do a little bit different. In other words, I might jump to the front, I might jump to the back. I don't do it in exactly the same order. And so sometimes I will jump around a little bit, but I cover it no matter what. And let's see if we can just go to one of these websites here. Actually, it's on this other one here that I want to show. And I'm just going to use this particular one right here from Bill Chahal. This could be anyone's website. It could be anyone's website. It could be your website. It could be somebody else's website. But this is just one sample website. And every website basically has search MLS, right? Every realtor should have search MLS. Do you agree?
Yes.
Of course. However, look at this. Not everyone has search exclusive. Isn't that interesting? When you are a member, you will have this search exclusive button on the screen. And you can call it exclusive residential and commercial. I'm going to click on residential. And when I click on residential, a form comes up on the screen. Now, if I was to click on, say I want Greater Toronto residential, and I go down to the bottom of the database here and I click on search database, up comes the listing on the screen. Isn't that neat? This is in the GTA. Now, look at this, coming for sale. You don't see that on a real estate board. This is an information listing service. 50% of these are actually not on real estate boards. But let's say somebody goes to your website, and I'm going to use your website for an example. If somebody goes to your website and they see that listing there, they are going to try to click on that number. And I'm trying to click on it, and I cannot do it. I can't do it. So I have a question for everyone in the room. If the people cannot click on that listing, Fred, and I'll start with you. If they can't click on that listing, and if this is your website, who do they have to call?
Well, Fred.
Give me a high five. This is your website, who do they have to call?
You better call me.
That's right. Okay, you got it? And this is for everyone in the room. High fives for everyone. You have a chance now to trigger leads. Again, I always say, is there anybody that's a fisherman in this room that loves fishing out on a lake? Okay, I've done a lot of fishing in my life earlier, yeah? Yeah, I when I was younger, I was in Boy Scouts as well. I did the Boy Scout thing and then leaders, and I take the kids fishing and the family and everything. But if you don't put your line in the water, you have no chance to put food on the table. This is like putting your line in the water from a marketing point of view. Do you agree or disagree? If you do not have this, you have zero chance to trigger a lead from these. Now, let's talk about the MLS. MLS is still the backbone of our business. But if somebody goes to your website and sees the MLS, does the address show? Yeah?
Yeah.
And if the address shows, is it possible that a customer might drive by the property first before calling you?
Of course.
And if they drive by the property first before calling you, is it possible they see the for sale sign on the property?
Yes, yeah,
And if they call the broker on the for sale sign on the property and that broker does a deal, does that broker call you back and say thank you? No. All right. So in other words, but we need it. We need both as far as I'm concerned. We need that but we need this too. Because while the customer might go direct on that, they cannot go direct on these ones. They have to call you on these ones. And this could be one of the home of their dreams. So you're going to get a call. That's this situation there. Now, let's take this a step further. This is residential. Most of the people in this room are residential right now. Is there anyone in this room that wants to do commercial? How many? Oh, everyone. Okay, very good. So even though you're residential, you would like to do commercial. You couldn't be at a better place than this right now. Couldn't be at a better place. Welcome aboard. Now, I'm going to go here and I'm going to click on Ontario Commercial on the screen. Is it possible, if you have a residential website, that somebody might try to search commercial on your residential website if you have a choice? It's a simple choice. That's all it is. I'm going to click on Ontario Commercial, which I just clicked on it. And what's going to come up on your website. Now, how many people here said they have a website? These links can go on your website. We just send you the instructions, you forward them to your website designer, and they install them. But much like a doctor, you know, when you have an operation, 2 weeks after you have a follow-up appointment, we do the same thing. Once they're installed, you give us a chance to see how they're installed by making an appointment. We'll check them and make sure they're working properly. Remember I said before that there's some people, and there's been people who have been on this service who have not made money. And we did a study and a survey of why they're not making money. What's going on? And there's about 4 or 5 reasons why they didn't make money. One of them was they didn't have the widgets on their website. Or if they had them, they weren't working properly. And that's what happens. So we want to make sure this year that they're working properly for you. So I'm letting you know ahead of time. And Fred, this can help. If somebody joins and they say, I haven't made any money, did you have a follow-up appointment with Gary? You gotta tell them that. Then if they don't get satisfaction, then you call me because there's something wrong there. Because we make sure that we look after everybody.
Sorry, we need to make an appointment to link this to our website.
Yeah, you make an appointment. I'm going to send you an email of the instructions. And then you are going to send the instructions to your website designer.
Okay.
Who's your website company? Web4 Realty, Income, iAgent Solutions.
Personal solution.
Oh, okay. What iAgent Solution? Whatever it is, they go on. We install these website links on over 30 website companies. We have a solution for everything. Okay.
In fact, we have it on Trade on Site to Interrupt. We already have a link of ICIWorld on Trade One's website. So if you go on Trade One's website and you click on ICIWorld or there's something, I implemented it myself, so it will take you more. Probably you and me, we have to do the same way. Like we don't get that option and the buttons, but we do get another option. Like we can make a nice graphic and then lead them from this.
Okay. So we've got so much experience from helping over 1,000 brokers and sales, even thousands, that we have solutions for everything now. Okay, you just have to get one-on-one in an orientation workshop, make an appointment, and we'll help you one-on-one to kind of get this all working. Now, let's talk about this. This is an important thing that you need to know. If you don't know this, you can be missing making money and you don't even know it. So when I say the word important, listen clearly. This is money-making stuff, what I'm about to show you. Here we go. Somebody comes to your website, or maybe you meet somebody that wants to buy a little apartment building. I don't care if it's a duplex, triplex, fourplex, 10plex, a little apartment building for $2, $3, $4, $5 million. You should send them to your website. Or maybe they find your website, they go here under the haves, and they click on apartment buildings. I just clicked on it. Isn't that fabulous how fast the information comes up? Fred, you don't know what I've been undergoing for the last 4, 5, 6 months. We've changed servers. We went from one server to another server. When you do, everything has to be rewritten because the HTTPS is an SSL certificate. It's a secure socket layer. Everything has to be rewritten to fit Opera, Microsoft Explorer, Edge, Safari, Google Chrome. All of the software has to be written. Everything has to be done.
1 month we had to suffer.
You had to go through all of that. And right now, the Toronto Real Estate Board is going through that because they can't do HTTPS with their IDX link. It's a tremendous big job. Sometimes you have to go in and code every single link, and there's like 1,000 links.
I remember Rico had it last year.
They had to go through it too. So people
1
have
month,
to,
everything was shut down.
and it was all shut down. So there you go. So those are the things that we're going through, but we're up and running on the new server. This is the new server. That's how fast it's coming up. Literally 1 second. We wanted to make it fast so the public doesn't have to wait. So pretend this is your website. Somebody comes here and they go down the page and maybe they're interested in this one in Woodbridge right here for $2.89 million. They are going to try to click on that listing. And as long as you are a member, they can't click on it. If your membership expires, they can click on it. Same as MLS. They can go and see the address and contact the other broker because it's on the listing. They can see it. But if you remember, they cannot click on that. That means you're going to get a call. They're going to call you up and say, I'm interested in message number. I'm going to use maybe Beta. Where's Beta? Okay, Beta. They're going to call Beta and say, Beta, I'm interested in message number 372953. Can you help me?
Definitely.
And she's going to say, I definitely can help you. I will have someone call you back. Let's pretend that was in Windsor, because this is all of Ontario and you're all licensed for Ontario. Somebody could call you on a listing in London, Belleville, Barrie, and you might not want to drive there to show the property. What would you do in that case?
Find a brokerage down in that area?
You would what?
Find a brokerage down in that area?
Yes.
You can touch with them, say, like, I have, yeah.
Yep. And that's called
Referral.
a referral. You're going to do a referral. You're going to call that broker and say, I have a lead for you. Is a 25% referral commission okay with you? Now, I have a question for everyone here. If you're part-time, can you do that?
Of course.
If you're retired,
Yeah.
can you do it? Can you do a 5-minute referral? 5-minute referrals are averaging $3,000 to $10,000. One broker has now done 15 of these. 15 of them, how much time is that? 5 minutes each.
An hour and a
What's
half.
5 times 15?
75.
75 minutes of his time. He made $45,000. We should all, you know something why I like this room? Because if everybody was jumping up and down, we won't hit the ceiling. We have a skylight in the room here. In other words, everybody should be jumping up and down. This is fantastic. Just by putting, by the way, this is automatic. It's a one-time setup. That's it.
Wow.
And then you put it on your website. Now, you must and should be promoting your website all year long. And there's a special way to do that. We have a special program that teaches all brokers in the world how to promote their website. We have attended world search engine conventions. We spent $4,000. Instead of you going to spend $4,000 in learning, you spend $4,000, everybody having to spend $4,000, 1,000 members have to spend $4,000. We went and spent the $4,000 actually on your behalf. And then we made a video and it's on the internet. If you want to learn how to promote your website, you should write this down, and you can write it down on your on these sheets of paper here. You go to ICIWorld.com, and I'm going to show the people at home as well. You go to ICIWorld.com, and you click on seminar. You see the word seminar there? It's on the screen. And when you click on seminar, this page comes up, and you'll notice that there's 4 recorded webinars daily. That means that they're simply on demand. And these are the 4 seminars right there. And what's this one say here? Anyone, can you read that? What's that say? How to promote your website. Okay? Now, this video, when you click on it here, it's not exciting like Dancing with the Stars. It's exciting watching Dancing with the Stars. I like that program. I don't know about you guys, but I really like it because I love dancing and stuff. But here, it's dry. It's like all our services, net operating incomes, cap rates, prices, square foot, mortgages, it's not like Dancing with the Stars or, the awards programs on TV and stuff like that. But it's money-making stuff. Because if you can learn one way to hand out your business card, which we teach, and you get that one person going to your website to see one of those listings, they call you up, you go show the listing, and you make $15,000. It's that kind of connection. So that's where you can learn about that. You can also, after today, you can go to this one here, how to work exclusive real estate information. And it's basically, this is why I hand these out. You can actually listen to this video and print this out and follow it, okay? And it'll help you review, because a lot of the things we say today, we're saying, oh my God, how am I gonna remember all this stuff, right? It's just not gonna happen. It's taken a long time, you know, to kind of do all this, to learn it. So that's another way to review it afterwards. And then if you click on this member login up here, you're going to see that there's 2 more videos that we just did, January 23rd, a couple of days ago. Another one that we just did January 24th. And by Sunday or Monday, I'm going to have your video posted right here, Fred. So this video from today, I'll put it right in there too, webinar recording.
Okay.
It will also be on our ICIWorld educational YouTube channel. And I'm going to give you the channel address, www.iciworld.tv. You can go there, and there's a lot of education, how to make money, how to work exclusive information. Now, when you do that, always think that it's saving you money, even though it might be a 1-hour video recording. Think about it. To drive to go to a hotel, go to Orlando or Las Vegas and go to a hotel and then take in a seminar, that costs a lot of money. Travel, time, hotels, cars, expenses, food, being away. Here, you can just listen to one of those recorded videos that we've done a seminar at and just listen to it in the comfort of your own home. There's one thing I make sure you be careful of. If you are listening to it on your phone, make sure you are on Wi-Fi. Does everybody understand why?
Create your data.
If you are using your data, you can end up using your data up, listening to a video. But if you're listening to it on Wi-Fi, you are not using data. Okay, and you can listen to it as much as you want, these videos. Okay, so that's just a little something there. Let's move on. I was about to show you something else about that. Where was it here? I think it was it back here? Okay, so I don't know where I put it. Hang on. Oh, I know. Okay, let's just go back here. Actually, I'm going to show you another one, kind of a nice one that our instructors kind of like this website. Which website is that, ladies? Do you remember what it is? What is it? The full address. Dot what? No. .ca. Okay, you can just remember that and put it up on the screen, right? For an example, when you're doing examples, when you're doing seminars. And that's what it looks like. Now, you'll see here she's got featured listings, find property, find commercial. But look at that. You tell me if that isn't exciting. We have samples of this here printed out. Where are they? Can you hand them out? There they are, color. Can you hand out one of that to everyone here, please? Yep. Thank you. And hand one out. Make sure everyone's got one of these. Fred? I'll take another one.
Thank you.
I'll take another one. Okay, somebody's going to have to share if we don't have any more. Oh, do you have them?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's what you see on the screen. We're actually handing out copies of this website now in class. And the significance of this is interesting, because here people can click on residential haves and wants. They can click on that on your website. And if they want to search North York, I'm suggesting they go down here and choose North York. And then you can actually sort the listings by price if you wanted to. And if you sort them by price, you click on search database. But before I do that, I want to show you something here. You can choose the haves or the wants. Haves are the properties for sale and for lease. Wants are what people are looking for. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort them by price, search, and you're going to see them coming up here. There are some properties that are coming up on the screen. I'm going to click on the first one, and you'll notice I can't do it. So if somebody goes to your website and they see that listing, Who do they have to call if it's your website? They have to call you. Isn't that marvelous? I don't know anyone else doing that in the industry right now. This is a society of real estate brokers and salespeople, and we're looking to help make every single broker money. It's just some different information services in the marketplace. It's unique information. We're not duplicating information like Trulia and Zoocast and all these other companies. They just repackage MLS. Every one of these other services that are out there, they're repackaging MLS. You already have MLS. Does everybody have Realtor.ca on their phone?
Yes.
Good. You should put Realtor.ca on the phone. You can be sitting outside a home with your customer and people want to know the price of that property. You can pull it right up immediately, right while you're in the car sitting there. Don't be driving.
I was gonna say, no more in the car.
What about the House Sigma app? It's an amazing app that it has the previous sold of each house.
Yes.
How much was it? And then the second time.
And which one's that called?
Sigma.
House what?
Sigma.
Oh, House Sigma. SIGMA dot.
No. Just
It's an
House
app.
Sigma.
You have
Just the app.
the app.
Oh, it's the House Sigma app. Oh, okay, very good. There's another suggestion. We're going to be covering apps here in a few moments, but that's a nice one to add. House Sigma. Okay, very good. Got it. Right there. Excellent. Thank you so much for your suggestions. We're going to follow up on that too and maybe show it. So the nice thing about this, somebody sees one of these, they give you a call, you go off and make money. You can do it for exclusives, but guess what, people? You can also do it for FSBOs. Look at that. I'm going to click on Canada FSBOs. And when I do, look at the FSBOs coming for sale in Canada. You tell me if that isn't exciting. And if somebody was looking for a home in, say, maybe even Richmond Hill or someplace, you click on Richmond Hill. These are coming in from the public. Interesting, eh? So if somebody visits your website and they see one of these listings, you can end up getting a call on one of these FSBOs. Isn't that nice? It's another way that can be triggering leads. Now, here's something else that's even more exciting. Watch this for people around the world. If I go to exclusives, we've just added this World FSBOs. People don't, majority of our members do not even have it yet. So if you're a member listening to this, call, make an appointment. We'll help you get this installed on your website. This is new. There it is. You can pick any country in the world and see the FSBOs. Does anybody have a home country they'd like to look at the listings in?
Germany.
Okay, Germany. Okay, so let's go to Europe and see if there's anything in Germany. Take a chance and see. The son of a gun, look at that. This all is applicable to Germany.
That's cool.
Interesting, eh? You will all have this on your website. Isn't that exciting? So you are global, you're getting connected in globally. Now, you'll notice I'm also a CIPS member. This stands for Certified International Property Specialist. So all the people that have a CIPS designation, you should be on this service because look at all the properties that are coming in from all over the world. And it doesn't matter whether it's here, whether it's in the Caribbean. If I click on the Caribbean and do a search, bingo, look at all of this stuff coming up and then you can make it all over the place. So, I'm sorry? Chile?
Yeah.
I got a special story about, actually it's about Peru. A special story about that. 17,000 acres were sold in Peru from this service. Unbelievable. It's amazing. Let me go South America.
Yeah.
I'm going to go South America.
Yeah.
And there it is. There's South America. Look at that. There was somebody that had a property for sale up the Amazon River here. Property for sale. One of those kind of, not resorts, but you know, those wilderness retreats of some sort. And yes.
Can I ask a question? So these are not in Ontario, and we are licensed from Ontario. So out of these ones, for example.
They don't even have any licenses for real estate over there.
Let's say.
The only place I know where there's licenses is Canada and the United States. There's some agreements and loose-knit associations in other countries going on. But for something like this, you can just, you know, try to do deals there. Talk to the locals, talk to somebody local and, you know, make a connection. Maybe go to the CIPS network and talk to one of the CIPS members that are in that country and ask them about what's going on. All right, now Chile. Let's just see what's happening in Chile because I like doing this. Is Chile here? Yep, there's Chile. See if there's anything in Chile. There you go. There's a cozy guest house in the Chilean Lake District. Isn't that neat? There's a guest house right there, right near our Scorno volcano. And there's a website and there's pictures of the volcano. Look at that. So if you're a member, you're going to have access to that. You can contact those people directly. Now, if you know somebody there that's selling properties, you can get the information from them and put it into database number 1. All of this is a source of information that you can get and put into database number 1.
This is legal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why wouldn't it be? You just have to ask them a question.
But these are for sale by,
I'm going to show you how that
But
works.
it doesn't show any address, any name, any detail. It shows there's
Yeah,
an island for sale in Puerto Rico.
what I'm
Which
gonna-
island, you don't know.
What I'm going to do is asking you to hold your thoughts on that, and I'm going to show you what is and what isn't. Okay?
Well, that was a very good question.
It is a good question, and we're coming to it, by the way. And those are excellent questions. I really like the way it's sparking questions in the group. That's really good. Let's just go back to make sure that we cover everything. And I use these PowerPoint demonstrations to make sure that we do cover everything during this session. But I've now shown you how you can have the widgets. How much does it cost to get the widgets on your website?
$16.99.
No.
Zero.
Once you're a member, you mean?
yeah.
Oh, sorry. How much does it cost for a membership to get the widgets on your website?
Zero.
240.
$240 is correct. She won it that way.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it anyway.
Okay, so but it costs basically $240, and actually, when you have one of these corporate cards, if you use it, it is zero for everybody eventually. But to get started today, you have to be able to do a credit card to get started. All right, let's move on. Install, yes.
Can we do questions now or should we keep?
You
it till
can,
the end?
I like to answer questions, and I'm trying to do more. At the end, I might go through some things a little quicker, but yes, go ahead.
Sure, no problem. Now, the websites that you're providing,
Yes,
are they connected at the same time to MLS or not?
the answer is yes, because there's a Toronto Real Estate Board.
Mhm.
ICIWorld is an official installer of the Toronto Real Estate Board IDX listing to search MLS.
Okay.
We've been doing that for years for brokers, for our members. We install the IDX link, which means that you can search the Toronto Real Estate Board MLS listings from your website. Your customers can search. The answer is yes.
Perfect. Now, when it comes to hosting, we all have our domain names, let's say.
Yes,
Now, and we already have a website.
yes.
Do we, are you guys providing the hosting as well or no?
If you notice on the application form, everybody pick it up and read the third bullet. What does the third bullet?
Website free for 1 month.
Websites are free for 1 month. After 1 month, how much are they?
16,
So
no, 199 a year.
$199 per year or $19 per month, no contract.
Okay, so what about 16?
If you take the $199 per year and divide it by 12, what do you get?
16.
$16.50. That's how we get the $16.50 for a website. By the way, let me say one more thing. This is whenever I say the word important, it's a chance to make money here, okay? I wish I had a little ding-a-ling, that goes off. You all can have more than one website. They're like billboards. If you have a billboard at Ossington and Bloor, and you have another billboard at Finch and someplace else, and another billboard all around Toronto, and they're all making you money, why not? You can have more than one website. You can link them together. Some brokers are having one residential and one commercial. Some brokers have 2 residential, but this is for maybe the High Park area in Toronto, and this other one is for the Distillery District or something. Like you can have different websites that target keywords and meta tags for different things. If you have pre-construction condos, you can have more than one website, just so that you know. Now, if they're not making money, That's not good. I suggest that you use 3 months as a measurement device for everything that we do and everything that everyone else does. I want to talk about Google for a moment. Google says you spend money on paper. How many people spend money on pay-per-click? Anybody here spend money on pay-per-click advertising yet?
Used to do.
And then you did it and you didn't get anything.
Just one second.
One click?
One client, just one.
One what?
One client. I guess
One client? Did you sell them anything?
Yeah.
How much did you make?
Nothing, $5,000.
You made $5,000, and how much did you spend on pay-per-click?
More than 500.
$500. Okay. People, listen carefully what I'm about to say. I'll just wait until everyone's
I
listening
think
carefully.
everyone is not clear about the cost, am I correct? About the cost and also about the multiple sites. Let's say they decide to go with one site with you. Can they still have the widget installed on their personal website just
Yes.
as a widget?
The answer is yes. You can have
And
the
how about
widgets
the
on
cost?
all your websites. It's all included in your society membership.
So if they do one, then they can have as many as they want.
That's
have the
correct.
membership as on many
One
as they
membership,
want.
you can have the widgets on all your websites. Okay?
Okay, before we conclude, don't we link that website, your website?
Yes.
Find some areas or find some residential commercial.
Yes?
Now, client click on my website.
Yes.
They can see all of this, or I can't see that. For example,
You have full access, but they don't.
they can call them and
No.
ask. No, they
That's correct. Okay? Is that question, Fred, do you want that question answered in the group here?
Yeah, go
Can we ask the whole group rather than talking?
Yeah.
What is the question? Let's ask it.
She wants to know about commercial properties exclusive because she has a client and.
We're gonna cover that now.
Find,
You're not leaving, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay, you stay here, and I'm gonna show you how to work exclusive information. And, these are good questions, but we're gonna wait till everyone finishes talking before I restart.
She wants to ask whether those numbers or those MLS number, I said no,
Those are message numbers on ICIWorld. Okay, people, are we ready to restart? Okay, let's start the restart button. I'm gonna start moving through here. All right. There's the corporate card. Everybody knows the corporate card?
Corporate card.
Next, there's 4 ways that you get your membership free: referrals, referral program, and a VIP card. We've covered it. How do you actually add listings to the network? I'm going to show you real fast and quick how you do it. You always go to this particular website here called ICIWorld.com, and you click on member login. When you click on member login, all the choices are on the left-hand side: my record, add have wants, my listings, my solds. I'm going to click on add have want, and there's a form that comes up on the screen. Who has a property available for sale right now? Anything at all? Okay, Fred, just give it to me. What have you got?
175 Old Surrey that they're gonna have.
Okay, is this residential or commercial? Residential? What city is it in? Okay, so Richmond Hill. It's a home. What's the price?
2.3.
$2.34 million? Okay. You'll notice that there is a subject line help. Can you read that subject line help? It says in the subject line, you should have 4 ingredients in the subject line. This is important because the attention span today is less than 10 seconds, even 2 seconds. You got to capture somebody's attention within 2 seconds or you lose them. We have thousands of listings. The attention is from this subject line. The 4th question here, the first question is Richmond Hill. We got it. The type of property, it's a home. The price, we've got it. The sizzle means what is so good about this home over all the other homes for sale for $2.3 million? What's so special about it, please?
It's a 4-bedroom.
4-bedroom is helpful, yeah.
Detached?
Detached, it should be detached, yeah. What else?
Walk out.
Is it got a double or triple garage? Double garage?
Four bathroom, double garage.
What is it?
Walk out, 4 bathroom, double garage, 4 plus 1 bedroom.
4 bath, okay, we got it.
Walkout basement.
Which one?
Walkout basement to a ravine lot?
No.
No? What else?
Sorry.
How many square feet? You got 3,400 square feet, or what do you got?
3,000.
Just say the roof is out of code.
3,000 square feet?
Come on.
You got granite counters?
Yeah.
Granite counters? Okay, you get the idea. Okay? That's it.
What are the 4 elements on it? Location?
It's right on the screen, right there. You don't have to write it down because this is actually written down when you log in and put on a listing. Then you come down here, Canada, Ontario, Greater Toronto, and then you choose Richmond Hill here. There it is there. You go down further and you choose residential estates. Do you see it? Under the date, you fill it in one more time. You type in it's a home, Richmond Hill, and it was 2 million, I'm just gonna say 500,000, just for the sake of argument to go through this. We usually copy all of this and paste it in the comments down below. And then we do one more thing. We click on add link. We add a link to Toronto in here because it's near Toronto. But then we go on the internet and we go to Google and we type in Richmond Hill, Ontario. And then what we do a Google search. There is the town of Richmond Hill. And the reason we link to this website is to help to sell the location of your properties. In my opinion, 90% of the brokers in the industry are missing the boat on the internet. Because what everybody's doing are throwing properties on the internet with no due regard to the location. And when you think about it, the 3 most important words in real estate, location, 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 they're being missed. Keep in mind that when this service, when you put it on here, we're getting people from 138 countries daily, monthly, weekly. They're coming in from all over the world. Do they know all there is to know about Richmond Hill? The answer is no. So by putting a link to a $10,000 website, you don't have to build a $10,000 website to help to sell the location of your property. You can link to it absolutely free. And we teach you how to do that in every one of your listings. Chances are you'll get a call. You might not even sell that one, but you can end up selling another property. Isn't that neat? Within the website, sometimes there's a button up here, and this is important, Fred, right here, that invest and do business. Wouldn't you like to have a website that helps to sell the location of your property to do business? Wouldn't that be wonderful? Whether it's North York, it doesn't matter. They've all got websites that help to sell the location of your properties. Now, within this particular, I'm just going to click on invest and do business. You tell me, if you had a listing on the internet, wouldn't it be nice to link to this website to help to sell Richmond Hill to the world? So you grab that link up there, you copy it, you go back to the listing and you click on add link. And when you click on add link, you remove the other link that's there, you put it in, and then you type in here all about Richmond Hill. Now, if you don't know how to do that, who can you call to help you?
You.
Yes, and you make sure. You make sure. It's just like fixing your car. If there's something that you need done to fix your car, you call a mechanic. If you need somebody to do this stuff, you just call ICIWorld. That's what we're here. Our company is built to help the real estate salespeople take advantage of all this stuff. We built it solely to help you. Now, we go down. If you had a listing, is this listing on your website, Fred?
Yeah.
Watch this. What's your website address?
Trade One Realty.
Is it with the number 1
I'm
or
sorry, I forgot to put it.
Okay.
.com?
No, C. Sorry.
I was busy.
That's okay.
Okay, and where is the listing?
I forgot to put it.
Okay, is there any other listings here?
No, I turned off the link because it was not up to date.
Oh, okay. Is there any listings here at all at the moment?
No, I turned it off.
Okay, all right. So once there's a listing here, I'm letting you know that you can actually link to the listing here from ICIWorld. In other words, you can get the link from your website and paste it in this add link feature.
With the detailing.
And then you can say, click here for photos and more details. Okay? That's how that's done. And then what happens? Well, let's go and show you one that somebody did it. I'm going to go and do a search, and I'm going to click on residential. And I'm just going to search any place in the GTA. And I'm going to sort them by price, just for fun, and search the database. And there's one for $21 million that I'm going to click on. And you'll notice he's got click here for photos and virtual tour. Isn't that nice?
Nice.
Okay, so in other words, right away, up comes this property with a little bit of luck, internet permitting. It's taking a little while because maybe it's a big listing, I don't know. We can try to refresh it, maybe. Let's try. It's going around and around. For some reason, it hasn't come up yet. I don't know why. I'll leave that there. And I'm going to go do another one. I'll go do a YouTube video that he's got. Open it, and I'll open it in a new window. See if this one works. How quickly are generate you and your listing. Isn't that nice? By the way, if anybody in here might have a buyer for that, it's only $21 million. Okay, you see how nicely the listings can be linked to from here? And then watch this, all about Toronto. When you click on that, this helps to sell Toronto to the world. Every one of your Toronto listings should have this in it. Do you agree or disagree? Agree. This helps to sell the location of your properties. It just shows how wonderful all these places and everything are. Let's close that one and go back. This other one never did come up, so they should get that working. And he's got exclusive on ICIWorld there too. Look at that. You can click on World Commercial, and you can search listings all over the world. Now, if you want to search the World Commercial listings and sort them in the GTA by price, bingo, click on that. Look at that. All of these listings come up on the screen. 90% of these ones are not on real estate boards. I'm going to be covering that here shortly. How are we doing for time? We're doing pretty good. Oh, gosh, I thought we had to finish at 1. We finish at 1:30, people, if you don't mind. I needed a full 120 minutes to be able to do everything properly, if that's okay with you. Is that all right with yourself? Because normally I would have only gone to 1 o'clock, but we started a little bit.
Sorry, did you say 90% of these listings are
not on real estate boards?
90%.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I'm going to show you some more here in a moment, but let's continue on here. So I showed you now how you can go and add your listings. And one of the things that I did not show you was at the end of the listing, there's something special called control. Do you see that on the screen? Control. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I see. That doesn't work on the TV. When we clicked on control, I got great news for you today. MLS. As of today, everyone in this room is no longer restricted to making money with just a real estate board service. Okay? You can make money without doing business on a real estate board. If you can get a signed listing, you put it on the real estate board. But if you cannot get a signed listing, there's ways to do business with that information. You got it? And I'm going to show you how to do it in compliance with RICO, which is what you were alluding to earlier. So if you happen to have somebody that says, I want to sell my property, but I don't want to give you a listing, there's a way to network that information here. I'm going to show you. Okay? And then this last question says, will you allow your listings to be advertised on other brokers' websites? We always recommend yes. What's better marketing exposure for your customers? To have it on one website or to have it on 2,000 other brokers' websites as well? If another broker brings you a buyer, would you work with them?
Yes.
That's what this is all about. It's networking with others in the industry and with the public as well.
Can I just jump in again?
Yes?
I just want to say that since I've been working with Gary, my mind was really open to the concept of referrals. I mean, I always understood there were referrals, but I guess if it was out of town, or I'd just say, oh, you know, I don't really go out there, or Ottawa, I don't do that. Let it go, right? I was focused on my business here. But since I've been working with Gary, I realized that's access for me too. Why should I just give that away? Now I feel confident to access this resource of other realtors and write up those referral forms that are on Stratus. You just print it out, write it, send it to them. They and their broker of record sign it. You put your client information on it. And this could be your own client that you have for a long time, or a lead you get off of ICIWorld. Somebody calls you and says, I'm interested in this or that. You don't want to go driving out, or you feel you don't know maybe that kind of a property. Refer it out. They'll say, and as he says all the time, you say, I have a client for you, is a 25% referral okay? And they'll say, yes, no problem. You send them the form, they send it back, and I like to follow up. So you say 5 minutes, but I like to follow up periodically, so add a couple more minutes into that. And once that deal is done, and I didn't have to do anything, and I get a referral of 25% of a deal. Almost makes you want to not even do deals, just do referrals.
And there's some people that actually do that. Let's move on. All right. There's some more. We're going to be having, this is resources for you when you join. We don't just let you go. There's going to be daily webinars that you can click on to learn about things from time to time. You don't have to see them every day. Actually, there's only two things you do when you join ICIWorld. You put listings on here and information, and you search from time to time. That's it. There's really nothing else. But the one-time setup, the one-time startup, the one-time meeting here to learn what's going on, that's what takes the time, the one-time setup. That's it. But once you know, once you've had the orientation, I don't have members calling me. My office is very quiet, even though I've got 1,000 members. Now, we have technical support staff, we have programmers, but they're all on contract. Everybody's on contract. I have people that just call for seminars, that have set up seminars for myself and Doris and Sabrina. And we have a technical support person and a programmer, and then we have, of course, the people that host the website, and a few other people doing other things, and we've hired another person to make phone calls as well to help set up seminars. It's really the promotion that really needs to work, because once the service is there, it's running and just continues on.
If we join your program and we cancel later on, can we join again? And what the procedure is to cancel the membership?
Well, you can start with a membership that's monthly. There's a special monthly. Instead of $40 a month, you can start with $30 a month if you wanted to, and you can stop at any time.
You can stop it, and then you can.
And you can start at any time if you want.
But you don't have to pay the membership again. Is it a membership?
It's monthly, you're paying $30 a
There is
month.
no
The special today, I'm letting you know, in fact, anyone that wants to, you can go here anytime. Do you see this address here, NREILS.com? This is part of the new breed of some of the new websites that we're creating. You go there, you click on join. There's a special today here. How long is the special for? No. I mean, how long is, how much is it and how long is it? It's $240. $240 if you join today. And how much time do you get?
1 year and a half.
1.5 years. 18 months. You get 18 months service if you join for $240, and you get the corporate card, which gives you lots of discounts throughout the year.
Yes.
Okay?
But I just want to know if.
And then at the end of that time, by the way, we do not keep credit cards on file for the yearly memberships. The monthly memberships, we keep the credit card on file, and for that, you have to call us. So stop. At the end of your term, if you don't want to renew, you don't have to. We don't have your credit card, so we can't renew.
Gary, we just worked it out. How much
One second. I'm going to answer that and then coming.
We worked it out how much it costs per month if people pay the $240 for the.
It works out to about 40 cents a day. It's about 40 cents. It's about 40 cents a day.
If we all buy today, can we get a better deal?
The 240 for 18 months
I know.
is normally I do a little game. I say it's 240. Who's the first person that joins? And I give them 3 months. Second person to join, I give them 4 months. And then I give everybody 4 months. And I'm giving everyone now the full amount right off the bat. I could have played a game in the beginning, say just 1 year. If you join, you get 13 months, 14 months, 15 months, 60 months, and everybody gets 16. I didn't do it. I hope you appreciate what we're doing. Everything is set up. It's a society. We've got 1,000 members. I've had to organize it to do the best we possibly can. And just hope that everybody appreciates it. Where you really make the money, get the one-on-one time.
So 240 per person. We do one of us today.
No,
We all do.
That's correct.
You can use it, but you can link it to your website.
People, out of respect, we have more questions here, if you don't mind. Hang on 1 second. Once we have a little quiet, then we have another question, if you don't mind. Sabrina, I need a little quiet because we have another question.
What do you need, Amanda?
No, I was asking,
I've got a question at the back here, please. 1 second, I just need to be able to hear her. Oh, sorry, I can't hear you. Just a moment.
I'm just gonna open this.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Oh, yeah, to get some air. All right, everyone, thank you for respecting listening. Go ahead. How about what?
Law firms.
Law firms, okay. What we do, law firms are, you know, when you go to Trev Realtor Quest, there's about 200 suppliers to the real estate industry. We have a special marketplace that we have in mind to develop. We haven't totally started off in a big way yet, but we're going to. We already have started it. Marketplace does exist, but nobody knows about it yet because we really haven't promoted it much. So the answer is yes. There's a marketplace where we put information on your law firm with a link to your website or to any page you want. So we can drive traffic from the real estate industry to that page, and then it's up to them to contact you.
You can do that,
Okay, that's $750 per year.
I was happy with 240. And I'm going to be your first one.
Mr. Jan, it's cheaper for you to give
But-
us referral.
You want to know something?
Wait, he might give you some break on this seminar.
And I am with this group already.
Okay.
I see what you're saying.
We haven't really set up,
Okay.
can I answer a little bit or suggest? We haven't really developed to far ahead the marketplace yet. Can we discuss with you?
But I'm just
At the
saying
time?
that use me as your first.
Oh,
guest.
because we have an offer on the table,
Yes.
put it that way.
Yes.
And I like her. She's a little aggressive in that little mild manner of her. She knows what she's doing, and I like that.
Thank you.
And yes, well, let's talk about that. And you want to know something? I want to try to do something. Because you can actually help us develop it too, that whole section. We have about 300 suppliers that I'd like people, everyone in this room, maybe you didn't go to Realtor Quest. I have a question for everybody. Watch this. Would you like a Note 9 or the equivalent Samsung phone absolutely free?
Everybody loves it.
Stay with me. To get the phone free, you have to take the plan. If you get it from Bell, it's over $100. You get it from Rogers, it's so much money. I have a place where you can get it for $67.50 a month, unlimited Canada calling, 5 gigs of data. Does anybody like that?
Yeah.
If you subscribe to that, $67.50 a month, you get a free phone. I waited 4 months for this phone and I got it free. I couldn't believe it.
Can we do?
And then I couldn't,
Yeah, I don't like Samsung.
What?
Sorry, Apple?
you get anything you want. You can get the equivalent Apple phone, or you can get this phone. I like this one myself. It's a $1,500 phone, $14.99 retail. Okay, originally.
I
Anyways,
think I'm gonna join,
Yeah.
but I already have it.
you talk to me afterwards because we have a supplier. We have a supplier that does it, okay? All right, let's continue on,
So we
people.
have a deal then. So sorry. Just
Right
so
now-
that- I'm sorry. So
Okay,
that
go
we
ahead.
get it. So we have a deal.
Sign a contract.
We have a
Deal with
deal to talk.
lawyer.
No, we have a deal to go ahead.
We have a deal to talk with you and me.
Let's make a deal right now.
Just 1 second. Time out. Can I hire you?
Serious, she's so busy.
We're gonna try to do something positive. I want it's green light in the answer to follow up with you, okay? All right, let's move on. I gotta get through this because I haven't got to the meat of today's session where the big money's made. People, last year, Toronto Real Estate Board, the largest, highest price sale was $28 million. Okay? $28 million was the highest price sale last year, Toronto Real Estate Board. We have done 2 deals over $50 million on ICIWorld. We've outsold the Toronto Real Estate Board in terms of highest price sales. And it was ladies like yourselves that were involved in one of them. Okay? I'm letting you know you can do $50 million deals here because we've got ladies that have done it. Okay? Mm-hmm. And over $50 million. We have people that have made over $1 million in commissions here on this service. I wish it was me. It's just little $240 memberships that we're getting here. And there's a big overhead. You don't realize the overhead. People don't realize. I'm writing a book on it, what it takes to get here someday. Everything, Napoleon Hill, Dale Carnegie, everybody, all the great leaders. Who's the guy that walks on the hot coals? Tony Robbins, those guys. I'm hook, line, and sinker and everything they say. And you are too, I think, Fred, too. The positiveness, the attitude, it makes such a big difference in life. Hold on.
Can I take a look at that corporate card?
The which?
The corporate card. Can I take a look at it?
You'll get a corporate card as well. If you want, yes. The answer is
no.
Yeah, once you become a member.
Yeah.
You have to pay.
I just wanted to see.
Once you become a member, you get the corporate card. Okay? Now, if you want to go ahead and sign up, you can. If you tell me right now that you have signed up on here, you get the corporate card right away. You don't have to wait till the end of the show.
What's the difference between this?
NRE. You can just listen carefully, people, so I don't only have to say it once, please. You notice there's a stapler here. You could fill in your credit card right here. You could do that, okay? And then you staple your business card here, and we could process it. But I prefer you to start doing something else. I prefer that every one of you simply go to this website address, NREILS.com, click on join, and look for the Orange Canada Special. Once you have done that, you take your phone and you go like this to me and show me the receipt on the screen, and I give you the corporate card. But you do not leave this room today until you make an appointment on the calendar. I don't want to let you go without making an appointment with me. Got it? Any questions? Move on. When we do the educational seminars, and I can't go through these today because we've used up time on other things, these are some of the most common apps that are the most popular apps that you can put on your phone. I would not be able to have developed, I don't think I could have developed ICIWorld without this Evernote app. I have all kinds of notes that are in Evernote, all kinds of notes that I can search by keyword. So if I have to find a ticket of some technical person that was working on one program from 3 months ago, I can actually pull it up here within a few seconds. So anytime I need reference for something, because my brain, there's no way a brain can even remember all this stuff. But if you use this program called Evernote, you'll like it. If I read an article, I'm reading an article on something in a newspaper on real estate, I can send that article to Evernote. And then it records it, and I can give it a tag or a keyword, so I can bring it up later. So I'm doing some articles, getting ready to make more articles on blogs. When I get an idea for it, I send it to Evernote, and later on when I'm doing the blogs, I can take some ideas from those articles. And it does all kinds of other things. I could spend 3 hours on that one program. Anybody forget their passwords from time to time?
Yes.
I use this program here because it's on every device. So if I need to go find my password, I can just go right here, click on that, and bingo, I go down here and click, and there's my passwords. I have about 250 passwords for various things over time. Now, let's go to this thing. I have a question for everybody in the room. This is an important question. Listen carefully. If you lost your computer today, or if your computer crashed on the ground and broke, or somebody stole it, or the hard drive got fried, or it ended, how many people here are in trouble? Okay, everybody? Solution called Dropbox. This is it. If my computer dropped on the ground today, bingo, who else has got a laptop handy that can get me a laptop here within 2 minutes? I think you probably could. You got one? Yeah. Oh, you got one right here. It's already in the room. I could log into Dropbox. All my files are in Drop. Forget the computer. They're on the computer, but they're also backed up on Dropbox. Also, if you ever heard the word cloud, who heard the word cloud? Okay, is anybody using the cloud right now? You are over there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the cloud is the same thing, okay, as sort of Dropbox. In other words, you keep your files, your documents, PDF files, documents, your databases, Excel files, all of that stuff, you save them in Dropbox, which is a file folder on your computer that is set up so that when you make a change on your computer, it's automatically.
How many gigabytes?
I buy the terabyte. I pay $100 a year because I need that. I want that.
Because cloud is limited. So.
Well, you can upgrade.
Yeah.
Everything can be upgraded. I get a terabyte and just so that I got it. Well, there's another reason I pay for it. If I accidentally delete something that I need 30 days later, it's saved in the backup file from the delete. Okay? If you lose something. The point is, people, get something like this right away. And that way your files are always on the internet. Now, you don't put your programs in the Dropbox folder. Your programs, if you have to buy another computer, you still have to reinstall everything. Okay, leave those in the Windows directory and stuff like that, your programs. But your documents that you save, Microsoft, whatever program you use, you save them to a file folder in Dropbox. Make all your file folders. Let's move on. I can't go through all of these, but every single one of these is in your PowerPoint demonstration. What page is this on, please? What page is all that stuff on? The apps. That's right on the front page, is it? What about this one? Realtor.ca, where's that one? Okay, there's extra copies here.
Page number 3.
Page number 3? Okay, good show. Okay, let's keep going. I keep going. There's a whole bunch of more commercial tools. That's more for commercial people. There's our instructor line. There's Doris. There's Sabrina. We have other instructors. If there's any educators in the room or any educators listening to this video later on, give us a call. Maybe we can have you do it. We've got people who can now do this in Florida for us. We've got 3 people in Florida that can conduct these seminars there. There's information. If you didn't know who I was up until now, this is some information on myself. I also happen to be a CCIM, which stands for Certified Commercial Investment Member. It's a professional commercial real estate designation. I'm recommending every single one of you take the CI 101 course. I'm going to suggest you write it down. What page are we on? On the in here? Page 4? Okay, on page 4, I'm going to suggest that you write some websites down. I'm going to give you some websites to write down that are not written down here. The first one is ccimcanada.com. ccimcanada.com. And the reason you want to go there, that's the local chapter networking by local brokers that are going either after their CCIM designation or that want to network. Everyone in this room said that you want to do some commercial real estate. I'm inviting you all to come to a CCI meeting at the chapter at the Toronto Real Estate Board. I'm the past president of the chapter. I'm the past membership chairman for 10 years. And we invite you to come there. You will learn enough information to help you start to understand what's going on in real estate. And the most important course you should take right off the bat as soon as you can is called CI 101. Now, The CI 101 is coming up February 25th at the Toronto Real Estate Board. It's about $1,500 US. I know. Wish it was less, but that's what it is. Now, why would you possibly want to take that? Well, I don't even have enough time to explain it, but I'll try to do it within 1 minute. Here we go. When you show a property, has anybody ever said to you, after you show a property, I want to think about it?
Yeah.
All the time.
Oh my God, all the time.
Right? And then you try to say, well, what is it that you would like to think about? Are you backing up?
Yeah.
Anyways, they go away, and chances are they're not coming back a lot of times, right? What if and then if you sell a house maybe once every 5 years to somebody that's interested in buying a residential home. Maybe 5 years later they want to sell it again. 3 to 7 years, is that roughly every time they want to sell maybe again? What if you could have one buyer that buys 2 properties a year, every year for the next 5 years? Would that be good? Take the CI 101 program. The CI 101 program is going to help you understand the before and after tax consequences of investing in any income producing real estate, whether it's a duplex, a triplex, a 20plex, a 50-unit building, a shopping center, an office building. You are going to understand what makes it tick if you take CI 101. It's a good course. And if you take that, you're going to have a piece of paper when you finish that you can analyze a building, all the money going into the project, all the money coming out, and what happens to the money while you own it. And then when you show the property, you're going to give them the spreadsheet and say, this is how that property makes money. Now, when they go away, they're going to take this with them. And they're going to go talk to their spouses and whoever's going to advise them, their lawyers, investment counselors, whoever. But now they're looking at this document, how they make money. I have a question for everybody in the room. Where did 90% of all the millionaires in the world make their money?
Real estate.
Real estate. If you could just paint a picture, give them a picture of how they make money, you're going to get people who want to invest in real estate. And you can be selling some investment real estate, every one of you. A duplexes and a triplexes, you might think they're residential. They're investment real estate. That's commercial. You're actually thinking of doing commercial already, even though you're residential. But if you have this ability to be able to analyze a piece of real estate, someday they might not even want to buy a piece of real estate without you because they want to see the analysis done. Interesting, eh? And I'm telling you, you can do it. All right? I can't spend more time than that on that. Let's keep going. There was one more thing here. The highest return on investment in any industry happens to be the internet. Right now, there's over $11 trillion of buyer contacts on ICIWorld right now. Lists of buyers. And if you tried to go list a property, why not print out a list of buyers? That shows how well connected you are in the real estate business. You can do that with ICIWorld. And of course, one lead makes you a lot of money and has high return on investment, and you can do properties around the world. I got one more thing that you must see right now. Everybody take their phones out, go to the app. Go to the app.
I see.
All right, and get it on the screen. So you've got it on the screen like this, please. Everybody show me when you've got it. You should be able to get there within 3 seconds. Okay, you've got it within 3, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Everybody got it? Okay, click on the word more. And what's the 4th button down? Please click on it.
Testimonial?
Click on testimonials.
Yeah.
And go down slowly through the list. All of these deals were not done through a real estate board. These are all exclusive transactions. You've got it. That's it. Just read them. Just go through them a little, one by one. Start reading. Isn't that exciting? These are exclusive opportunities that were done. And I'm going to be showing you now how to do that. And I've got to get it done within the next 14 to 15 minutes. Here we go. I wanted you to see all these testimonials so that when you come here today, by the way, you do not have to join ICIWorld. You can go and you can search ICIWorld. You saw how you can do it. You can just kind of click on it and do a search and contact that person and go try to do a deal. So that's still an option for you. But when you join the service, we got all the support to make sure you're trying to do deals every 90 days. All of these people are doing deals. New people in the business, older people in the business, everyone's making connections to do deals. This is an important figure for you to know. Of the study done by the National Association of Real Estate, all the people who are using the internet to search for real estate and the people that tried to sell properties themselves, only 9% were able to do it by themselves. The rest are being sold by licensed real estate brokers and salespeople. No matter how much you hear about FSBO services out there, it's you, the realtors, that are selling those for sale by owners. All right? Now, the question is, up until now, is there anybody in this room that tried to go after a FSBO, did not get it, and now they don't even want to do it again? How many? Okay, so that's normal. That's normal. I'm going to show you something very exciting that's going to turn it around like a light switch. Watch this. Right now, about ICIWorld, I'm just not going to go through all these figures, but you can work FSBOs, properties coming for sale, all this kind of stuff, all the information on the real estate boards. If somebody has a restaurant, does the restaurant owner want his listing advertised on the internet? No, bad for business, right?
Yeah.
So they want it done confidentially. So that's the kind of stuff that we do on ICIWorld. But you can also advertise your listings. Now there's two databases, the one that's the FSBO, which I've already shown you, and the member database. We do commercial and residential, condos, vacation properties all over the world. And this is part of the power of the readership that's going on. It's tremendous. You can't even imagine some of the readership that's going on. 18,000 pages, 138 countries. It's just unbelievable statistics of the information. Now, let's go on here further. Mississauga Real Estate Board, there's some advertising we're doing. We're making more presentations at real estate boards. And also at Trev Realtor Quest, you'll see how we go there. We're one of the booths. We have one of the busiest booths at that show. But if we go further, you'll see how we're on the front page of a lot of these newspapers, which this triggers leads for each and every one of you. That's the reason why that is significant right there. All right, now, how to work exclusive information that generates leads just like real estate board listings do. And it's your real estate opportunities that are on the internet now. Opportunities trigger leads just like real estate board listings. And you put agreements in place first. That's how you protect yourself. And it's very, very inexpensive, as you know. As a matter of fact, does anybody know who this gentleman is?
Here's our bill.
He's a Bill. Bill Gates wrote a book called At the Speed of Thought. At the speed of thought. So if you can take a thought out of your head and you can put that thought on the internet, the rest of the people can see it. Now, is there anybody in this room that has a property coming for sale in the next 1, 2, 3, 4 months? Anything at all? Okay, can you give me an example of what it is?
I have apartment.
Okay, roughly how much money is it?
300,000.
How much?
300.
It's around 300,000?
Yes.
$300,000 apartment?
Yeah.
One condo, you mean?
Condo, yeah.
Oh, it's a condo coming for sale.
Yeah.
And it's going to come for sale when? Next month or next in the summer, or when do you think?
After 1 month.
Pardon me?
In March.
In March. Okay, so you have a condo coming for sale, approximately $300,000. Where, in North York?
No, in yeah, in North York, yeah.
In North York.
Yeah.
Right now, that is a thought. It's not a listing.
Yes.
It's just a thought in your head, right? Nobody knows about it except us in the room right now, that that's a thought. So right now, you're still a secret agent, aren't you? You know about it, but nobody else knows about it,
Yeah.
right? What if you could take that thought and put it on the internet where there's 3.7 billion people. I'm going to show you how to do that. Are you ready? Here we go. Get your phones ready because you're going to be taking a picture of something in a moment. You're going to take a picture of 3 special questions, which is the heart of today's session, and we finish right after this. But Bill Gates was speaking to Warren, and he was talking about the internet, that the cost to publish your information, getting your message in front of someone, talking to people around the whole world, is literally zero, or so close to zero that it really doesn't make any difference. That's what the internet is doing. I can't help but think back in 1992. I keep thinking back to then, when we were just trying to do real estate at that time. I knew the internet was coming, and it's developed into all of this now, where you can have it on your phone. Some of you took 9 minutes and 4 minutes, but you're all going to be doing it within 5 seconds. You bring it up within 5 seconds. You just click on once, and usually it's within 3 seconds. And let me go back to the beginning there. It should really be 1 second for that, and then it should be 1 second to click on residential or commercial, and 1 second to click on search database. That's what you should all be doing. Got it? I want you to be the best in the industry, to have information at your fingertips. This is like at your fingertips, this information. These devices, aren't they beautiful? I just love my device. I know you like your iPhones and stuff, but I like my Android. So, but I have an iPad and stuff too. And anyways, they're all wonderful. And as long as you're happy, it's going. As long as you got the information, that's the big thing. Now, you can do all of these kind of things, and everyone can get up to 15 within 90 days. And has anyone ever said to you, I want to sell my property, but I don't want to give you a listing, but if you bring me a buyer, I will pay you a commission? Here is the 3 questions that you should take a picture of, and this is the heart of today's session right now, right here, right what you see. This is the bananas for today. Let's say you're talking to a restaurant owner and you say, listen, if I could bring you in the price you wanted for your restaurant, would you consider selling it? I'm a real estate agent. I work, in an office, and we got buyers for all kinds of things. Would you consider selling? What do you think that restaurant owner is going to say? Yeah. Yeah. When's the next time you're going to be in a restaurant?
So could you please repeat?
Within a week? If you go to a submarine sandwich place, could you ask to speak to the owner? How much does that cost you to ask? Nothing. How much does it cost? And then once you ask them the question, if I could get you the price you wanted, how much does it cost you to ask that? Nothing. Okay? This becomes gold. As soon as he said yes, you bring me in $350,000 for my property and I'll pay you a commission, bingo, that piece of information instantly can become a piece of gold. Because if you find a buyer and you can sell it, you can make $35,000 and you can buy a little gold bar. That's the first question you ask them. You ask them, well, listen, will you pay me a commission if I bring you a buyer? Any problems with that question? No? Nobody has a question. It's easy. Let's go right to the second question. It could be somebody in a condo. Is anybody here going Kijiji? Kijiji, it's full of for sale by owners. Could you not ask anybody in Kijiji that first question? Of course you can. Yeah, you can ask anybody in Kijiji. If I brought you a buyer, would you pay me a commission? Then you ask them the second question. Will you give me a 48-hour exclusive listing to show the property once I have a buyer? And that is going to make going after FSBOs easier than ever before, because most owners, as soon as they see a realtor coming, they figure they're going to try to hustle them for a listing. And they don't want to have anything to do with trying to give a listing. They're trying to sell it themselves privately, and you almost don't respect what they're trying to do. But if you say this, that respects them right off the bat. If I get a buyer, that's the big deal. once I have a buyer. Would you give me a 48-hour exclusive listing?
Gary, yeah, I'm a local real estate agent in the area as well, and I'm also a trainer, and I specialize in working with the for sale by owners. And what you're showing here is exactly a very easy way to get in the door, get talking with them, expose their property, and eventually get a exclusive listing signed, and then eventually that's going to lead to an MLS listing.
It'll help you even get MLS listings, is what she's saying as well. The last question is, you ask for verbal permission to advertise their property, but you tell them you're going to do it without disclosing the address. And that's important because of this. According to RICO, you must have the consent of the owner in writing if you're going to give an address to someone. And that's the answer to your question. Took a long time to answer. Finally got around to it. I'm going to repeat, this is important. You have hundreds of things you have to remember. There's so many things you have to remember in every deal. If you don't find out if the hot water tank is rented or sold, you can be held liable sometimes. How about easements? All these kinds of things, fiscal. Do you take cash in this office? No. Offices don't take cash. There's all kinds of things you have to watch out for. This is one thing, but if you follow the guidelines and do this, you won't get into trouble networking information. So I can say that I have a $1.2 million home in North York, double car garage, ground level family room, granite counters overlooking ravine lot, without a signed listing, as long as I don't give the address. But when somebody sees it and they call you on the phone, what's the first thing that they ask?
Where is the address?
Where is it? What's the address?
What is the point then?
Well, then what you say is this. You make a statement that in this particular case, we have to put an agreement in place first. But if it's okay with you, you come to my office on Saturday and I'll make arrangements for you to see it. And then what do you do on the Friday, the day before your appointment?
Call the seller.
You call the seller and get yourself a 48-hour exclusive listing. In the Lake Tahoe area, you can go skiing in one day and you can actually go swimming in the water down at the bottom in the same day. A lot of the property, the movie star properties in the mountains, they're being sold this way. Interesting, eh? It's a real estate concept. So if you've got a lot of contacts for different kinds of properties, you can work this kind of stuff with those people. Any questions on that? How about this one? Coming for sale. You had that property coming for sale? You could put it on here right now. And then when somebody calls you, you say, well, in this particular case, we have to put an agreement in place first. But I'll put your name on a list. And once I get the listing signed, I'll give you a call back. And if you're still looking, you can be one of the first people through the open house. Or first people to see the property. Interesting, eh? So you can be getting lists of people even before the property comes for sale. Any questions on this so far? Straightforward? Very good. I'm going to give you a test. Mississauga restaurant. 350,000 bucks making money. Does that give away the property? No. If I said it's at the corner of Ossington and Bloor, I'm sorry, if I said it was at Dundas and Huron, Ontario, there's three answers. Yes, it gives it away. No, it doesn't. Or I don't know. How many people would think it would give it away if I said it's at the corner of Dundas and Huron, Ontario?
Depends how many restaurants are in that corner.
That's correct. So is the answer yes, no, or I don't know?
I don't know.
You don't know?
For me, I'm
You don't know? Okay, how about yourself?
I would know depending on what is there, because if there's a high-class restaurant, sorry, I'm very analytical, right? So then I.
How about everyone else? What do you think?
I would know.
If I said the restaurant is at the corner of Dundas and Huron, Ontario, does it give it away? How many say yes?
For 350K.
How many say no? How many don't know? All the rest don't know because you didn't put your hands
If
up.
it's still a restaurant, they couldn't
Yes.
be given away.
All right.
Yeah, but still, depending how many restaurants are there, if there's only
Yeah,
one.
Think about what she's saying.
Yeah, but it's 350K at the corner of major intersection.
Yeah, but you could run into a lawsuit that because you put in the corner, then the other restaurant, people would go approach them because there are two restaurants, right? So that's a little bit, I would not do that side.
Okay.
I would.
There are 4 corners, I don't know.
Anyways, you're right. In other words, if there's 3 restaurants at that corner, how long would it take for you to go talk to the owner of 3 restaurants at that corner? How long would it take you?
5 minutes each.
Half an hour for all 3? And ask the owner, you got your restaurant for sale? No? Okay. So in other words, if you gave too much information, people can figure out which one it is and they can go direct behind your back. So you want to protect yourself. You don't want to give too much information. Because in the case of restaurants, that commission could be 10% of that. That's how much businesses are. $35,000. That's enough to put your kids through school and buy a car, go on a vacation, pay your mortgage down. So because you say too much sometimes, you give away too much, you can be giving it away. When you deal with information, you don't have a signed listing. So you want to keep the information tight. Almost you have to be a detective, a self-detective to figure it out. Now I'm going to give you another one. If I said this Toronto type like 750, can you figure out which one this is?
No.
How many say yes? How many people say no? How many don't know? Okay, all the no's have got it. You can't figure it out. If I said it was at the corner of Dundas and Ossington next to the Pizza.
Do you want to give also the name of the owner and a phone number?
You got the idea. That's easy. Now I'm going to give you a little harder one, okay? Coming up. Here we go. How about this one? Does that give it away? How many people say yes? How many people say no? How many people don't know? Put up your hand if you don't know.
Yes.
You think yes? I got 2 yeses. I got 3 yeses.
Yes.
And why did you say yes? Why did you say yes?
There's only
The
one.
Lindsay.
Who said there's only one?
Yeah, I said.
Right there. There's only one in Lindsay. So you just gave it away. So if you're going to advertise this, what you could say is branded gas station 1 hour to Toronto. You got it? That's how you work.
I worked there, very interesting.
That's how you work
It's a
information.
small city.
Remember, this is information. If you can get a signed listing, you don't have to do this. But if you can't get a signed listing, this is what you do. And I'm telling you now, you have a much easier chance to get the 15 opportunities within the next 90 days doing it, working information than you can. There's condos out there. You go to Kijiji, look at all the for sale by owners there are in Kijiji. You can call them all up and do these 3 questions. Okay? Let's move on. Oh, how about this one? Brand for a $30 million shopping center. Give it away, yes or no?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's around for $30 million shopping centers, every city, like small towns, they have one.
They have one. You got it. They got one shopping center. It gives it away. So how would you advertise this? You might just say $30 million shopping center, Canada. Really? Anything over 10, 5, and $10 million and up, you have to be very careful. Okay? Pardon me? And if you're not sure what to do, who can you ask?
Ghostbusters.
You got it, the Ghostbusters. That's not the first time I've been called Ghostbusters. They call it 11 officers call me that. Peterborough, that's probably okay, right? Because there's a lot of those. Okay. All right. Real estate widgets. We've shown you how to do that. Every one of you are gonna get these on your website. This is marketing's a lot like fishing. If you have it on your website, you got a chance to put food on the table. Okay, that's the widgets. Anybody need these demonstrated anymore? We're done. People, that completes our session for today. The widgets, we support all the websites. You can have more than one website. How to promote your website. If you go to seminars at ICIWorld, it's seminar number 4. And we'll show you how to do that, how to promote your website. You must know our pledge. At this time, please take out the evaluation sheet and pass them around. I need your feedback for the next 1 minute only. I'd like to have your feedback fill in the evaluation sheet, please. Yep. Can you hand them out? I don't think everybody's got them yet. And just take 1 minute, it's a little feedback of how you, about the session that we're doing here today.
You need more.
And it helps us to design these sessions going forward.
Thank you. So what should I write? I got late, so I used.
That's okay, fill in a little bit of what you know. Like, now, we have this recorded session going on right now, so you can listen to the full recording from the beginning later.
Okay.
Okay?
Awesome.
And I think I might.
Where should I find it?
I'm sorry?
Where should I find it?
I'll explain it to you in a moment. I'm going to stop the recording now, I think. Let me just go here. We're filling in the feedback form here in the office. After seeing it also online, we'd like your feedback too, if you don't mind. There's a special where people can kind of join. You can read it right off the internet there and join that way. You will get a corporate card as well. The yearly people get a corporate card. If you join by the month, you do not get the corporate card. Yeah, that's the corporate card. And if you join by the month, you don't get it.
They're going to mail it to us?
No, I give it to you right now if you join now.
Okay.
If you join later, it gets mailed.
Okay.
Okay, there's the place where you can actually, oopsie daisy.
So how you we're gonna pay them?
Hang on 1 second. I'm gonna show you right there. You see that website
I
address?
have to go to the end.
You go to, yeah, where's your phone? Go there now on your phone. I'll show it to you. And that's how to get started. And there's a summary of what we're doing on the screen. I'm going to, at this time, stop.
Do we have an app for it?
Yes, we do. There's someone arrived late, so we're going to explain the app to them. But we're actually going to stop the recording now and hope to see you in your first orientation workshop.
I can listen to you.
You make an appointment online at ICIWorld.com and then click on webinar workshops 10 minutes before your time. I'm going to end up there right now so you can see how to do it. This is where you get started. Simply click on make an appointment no matter where you are in the world. 10 minutes before your time, click on webinar workshops. And we look forward to seeing you there. And I'll leave it on the contact information. You can pause the screen for those telephone numbers if you wish. And that completes our session for today. Enjoy doing it for everyone, and we are going to be doing more later. Where do I stop this recording?
I don't like it. I hate you. Gary, I need more education.
I need to stop the recording and I don't know where to stop it. Where the heck? Okay,
did you record your voice?
I'm recording it right now and I can't find where to stop the recording. Hang on. There's got to be a spot here someplace. Oh, there it is. Okay.